Hello everybody and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. I am PsyStarcraft, your host for tonight's dinner. And in the bottom right we have the Toasty Tofu, Gowswer. He is in the blue colors, the blue morsels. And in the top left we have myself as the hamburger patties. I am the red Zerg, and I am the red Zerg. Worst intro ever. The map is one of the new maps. I forget what it's called. Oh gosh, it's called Put Yourself on vilePsY, aka Derek Anderson. Oh my god, you know my name, you're gonna find me. But I really like this map because the rush distances, even if you're like right here or right here, are pretty far. They look a bit closer than you might think, but you go down the ramp here and you don't go straight up into your opponent's base. You have to loop all the way around here to get to your opponent. So even if it's like close TVZ or anything like that, a 2-Rex can still be defended against, even if you go quick hatch. So I think that's kind of cool. Another cool thing about this map is there are no destructible rocks whatsoever. There's tons of watchtowers in the middle for the Zerg to control, and I think it's really fun for Zerg. It's not easy to really get at this natural, and also if you're going to be aggressive as a Zerg player, the naturals actually have optional rocks that you can break down. If you're a Zerg, you want to break these down whenever you can. They are the race that is best in large chokes. Like fighting in this little tiny area, much worse than fighting in this huge area. It really increases the surface area of everything. But anyway, we can see I am opening with a 10 pull, I believe. Yes, that was a 10 pull. My opponent's, ooh, a 15 hatch. Now 10 pull does counter 15 hatch pretty directly, so assuming I scout him in time, which actually I don't think I have, I've only scouted the top right. Assuming I scout him correctly, this 6 pull or this 10 pull should do a lot. These 6-lings are on the way. It looks like he's just now getting his pull gas shortly to follow, so he's going to go a highly economic build, and I think he has seen the links. No, he has not seen the links. Looks like he was just, I don't know what he was getting that gas for actually. Maybe, oh, I think I killed a drone. Yeah, I killed one of his drones. Let's check it out here. Kills. Yes, 1 kill on that link. I did kill a drone, so these links are on the way. Now I should be able to do plenty of damage with this. And keep in mind, this is not an all-in build. It's not a cheesy build. 10 pull is very standard, and it can be very economical as a Zerg player. If we check out the harvesters, I'm only down by 3 right now, but I've got my queen out, I've got my injects coming, and I've got lings about to be really annoying. So it's now 14 to 17. I want you to keep an eye on that, and if at all possible, I want to save these lings while picking off at least 3 drones in this kind of situation, since 10 pull does hard counter a 15 hatch, and he actually traps one of my links. Oh, and he gets a killing blow on it. It does go down. This ling was scouting the other base, so he's going to come a bit late. 1 drone going down. Only 1 drone so far, but keep in mind, 17 to 16 now. This was just a 10 pull versus a 15 hatch canceled, so he lost 75 minerals there. But I'm not able to do a whole lot of damage with these lings so far. And now he is talking about something. I don't know why he's typing in such a hectic moment. But if we check out the harvest count, 17 to 16, we've got my 5 lings against his 6 lings, now 19 to 16. And we can see I'm not even bothering speed. I'm going straight into a roach warren, so I have a very clear-cut build. I have an idea of what I want to do. Now, just because I 6 pulled against his 10 pulled against his 15 hatch doesn't mean I'm supposed to like win the game or do anything spectacular with these Zerglings. All it really does is forces a cancel. Hopefully I can pick off a drone or 2. I only got 1. That was a bit unfortunate. My Ling micro wasn't the best this game. And it's causing him to just kind of get out of funk. If you look at his minerals, he's at 780. That's because he was not prepared for any type of early aggression. He had to cancel his hatch. He doesn't know how to follow it up. Seems like he should be getting a roach warren or an auxiliary hatchery or something. And now we see he is getting quite a few drones and a hatchery to fund or to spend all of that minerals. So a nice opening. 10 pull, a very solid opening, even against, you know, a 14 pull or a 14 gas 14 pull. It's still a very nice opening because you are doing the scouting, you are doing the aggression, and it's harder for them to scout what you're going to follow it up with. You can see now he's peeling a single Zergling off to do just that. He really wants to know what I'm doing, and as we can see here, I'm throwing down my hatchery. So 10 10 pull with no ling speed into roaches is what I've decided on. 25 to 21. We can see my hatchery is actually ahead of his, so I'm in great shape right now. I need to keep these lings alive. I'm doing some scouting. I really want to see if he's going banelings or roaches. He is going roaches, so now from here on out, because I've scouted his roach warren, I've scouted his drone count, I've scouted that his hatchery is behind mine, I know I'm ahead, and I realize this is going to be a roach on roach macro fest. This is going to turn into a roach on roach, infestor on infestor, macro fest. And actually we can see here is making 18 zerglings, so he might try some kind of ballsy all in, and I might not be prepared for that. I'm trying to do some more scouting, but all I can see is just these 5 zerglings. Oh, I do get into the main. Am I going to see him pop with those 18 zerglings? It's going to be close. No, his queen picks it off, and smart rally. You see that rally down here. He didn't want me to see his units, but lucky for me, you want to position your overlords on top of your opponents, and the overlords are going to see every single ling filing out. And hopefully I'll be able to be prepared for that. I'll probably just block the ramp. And when in doubt, do not leave your drones at your expansion. Just send them back to your main. Save what you can, because here comes a lot of lings. The harvester counts are 31 to 24. Here he comes in with the lings. My roaches are blocking the ramp, and in come the drones. Oh, looks like I'm going to lose a couple. Actually, these roaches coming off the line by mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. This queen has tons of energy. 3 more roaches rallying. 1 transfusion on that roach. Another transfusion on that roach. And losing several drones in this process, though. Saving most of them. I think a lot of them actually transferred. Well, maybe not. But at the end of that, the harvester count now 29 to 31. So a successful ling attack because I accidentally pulled my roaches up the line. That H button is invaluable in those kind of situations. That would be hold position, by the way. And so now I'm up by 3. I was able to pop him a couple drones after that. And Gowswer, he really wants to drone up. He's not feeling too safe, so he's going to throw down 3 spines. In the long run, throwing down 3 spines will allow you to drone up harder than you would have been able to if you chose to get roaches or something else instead, because you're saving a lot of larvae by getting static defenses. So I was able to defend that ling counterattack after a bit of franticness with the drones there. And now look, you can see here I'm pulling ahead in the harvester count, and now around 44 is when I'm deciding to get my 3rd and 4th gas. And again, despite that ling attack from him, I still feel like it's going to evolve into a roach on roach, infestor on infestor game, just because I saw the roach warren, and it's way too late for him to go banling. So you can just kind of expect that kind of thing to happen. And a 3rd hatchery, pretty fast 3rd, but you know, when you're almost fully saturated at your main and expansion, which from the looks of these drones, I pretty much end, there's no reason not to spend that extra minerals on those drones or on that hatchery. You don't have to saturate it right away. You might not want to saturate it right away if you see a lot of roaches coming from your opponent, or a roach ling all in type play. But it's nice to have it there for the future when you do decide to drone up and for larvae. And right now, almost identical on the production tab, our infestation pits, almost identical. I am getting my +2 while he's only getting his +1, and that's one of the repercussions of having to throw down those 3 spines, having to, or going in with those 18 zerglings or so. It's just what happens. It slows down every part of your game if you don't do enough damage, and I don't think those lings paid off enough. Maybe if he hadn't have gotten those spines, they would have paid off, but otherwise, no, I don't think they did. Harvest count now 63 to 47, but the unit count, it's actually fairly even. 9 roaches to 10 roaches. I've got a better upgrade lead on him. He doesn't even have his +1. But if we check out the production tab, he's making 7, 8 more. So he's planning on doing something with these roaches, no doubt. He must be, because he's only on 47 harvesters, and you can kind of just eye it. You can see, you know what? He doesn't really have any drones bouncing around. They're all stuck on single patches. And same here, not really bouncing around, all stuck on single patches. And actually, if you look here, I'm a bit undersaturated too. That's one way you can kind of check. I've only got 18 on both. You want about 20 or more to be fully saturated. And in he comes. I have seen this. I'm scouting it with the Overseer. Of course, it's overhead, spying on him like an Overseer should. And if we check out the roach counts, it's 16 to 20. I actually don't have as many roaches as him, and it looks like he might be going for my 3rd. He does see my 3rd, and so I'm transferring my drones, but little did I know he's actually going to pull off, and a couple of these drones are going to go down because he actually kind of juked me. He went towards my 3rd, so I ran my drones up, and then he just stopped. He went the other way. And if we check out the roach count, I've got 3 from a full group. He's got 4 from a full group, but it's hard to tell who has what in this situation, so both of us are going to back off, and now we're both going the infestor route. 11 roaches for me, while he's getting 5 infestors and no roaches. So He's going to the infestor game. I'm going the more roach heavy game. I am able to catch him off guard with a lesser number of roaches, picking off 1, 2, 3 roaches, maybe a 4th roach. Oh, that is a hero. You are a hero, Mr. Roach. 4 kills. 4 kills on the MFer. Jesus, that guy is working hard, man. Working hard. So my 3rd is up. Now Gowswer, trying to take his 3rd now. If we check units, I've got a hefty roach lead, but he's got those 5 infestors, and they can make up the difference. If I just clump my roaches like that in one big ball, it's bad news, and I am notorious for being terrible against infestors, so I'm kind of scared. I really hate infestors in Zerg versus Zerg. It's just so cheesy, I don't know, it's just a big shit fest of fungals everywhere and crap like that. So if we check out harvesters in the map, 70 to 45, we've got a huge economic lead. I just have to minimize the effectiveness of his infestors. I don't know if I'll be able to do that though. These guys are kind of clumped right here. I've only got 1 infestor of my own, 2 more on the way. Burrow on the way. I've got +2 attack compared to his +1 attack, and in he comes. A decent spread on the roaches, but he can get some nice fungals off right here. 1 fungal from myself, and a fungal here clumping up with those roaches. I have a nice long concave, and there now I'm minimizing his fungal use, but it's going to be close, man. I'm rallying 16 roaches, rallying 2 infestors. He's rallying only 1 infestor, and the top portion looks like I'm victorious. The bottom portion I'm not victorious, and yet he has to run away. Those upgrades were a bit too much, and I had a couple more roaches. I'm trying to catch up to these infestors, pick them off before they can run away and rack up the energy, and I do indeed pick off 3 of them. Are these roaches going to get any more? Oh, I don't know. They might. Go roaches, go roaches, go. Yes, they get 1 more, and these overlords are just checking things out. Checking those things out like ballers. I cannot speak right now, man. Now 80 harvesters, picking up my 4th base. He's still struggling to saturate his 3rd base. The food count is 169 to 97. I've got my rally set towards his base. If we check out the hatcheries here, every single arrow pointing to my opponents, trying to move it in just a little bit closer. And a beautiful fungal, very nice fungal. I do have burrow if I choose to use it. However, he has an overseer. I have to be careful about where I burrow. And now I've got a decent infestor count. Remember, the gas of 1 infestor is equivalent to the gas of 6 roaches, so be careful how you use your gas. Try to balance your infestors and your roaches. I feel like last fight he could have had 1 or 2 less infestors and more roaches, but anyway, here we go. 1 fungal on a couple of his roaches. Not a lot for me to fungal. He's got 2 more fungals on these infestors on the right. Is he going to use them? Yes, he does. There it goes down, but 16 more roaches on the way for me, 10 more roaches on the way for him. I am 2-1 compared to his 1-0, and it looks like I might overwhelm him with numbers. I almost have another fungal on this infestor, but not quite. And there comes the Infestitarians and the GG from Gowswer. And that was it. I pulled ahead just ever so slightly. Ever since that Ling attack that he didn't quite do enough damage on, I was able to drone up pretty hard. And remember, the best situation in any matchup at any time is to have just enough units to defend against any attack your opponent throws at you. And you saw I had just enough number of roaches to take out those Lings with a couple transfusions. Yes, I did mismanage my drones a little bit. I had just enough roaches to stop his roach attack, and then after that, because I did defend pretty well, I just shot ahead in the harvest account, took my 3rd, and it was pretty one-sided right there. I could have gotten a couple more infestors, I think, a bit earlier, instead of all those roaches. You saw this battle here was way too close, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned a little bit about ZVZ. You guys should try out a 10 pool. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun build to play, and as always... And let's try the bottle of lotion this time. Oh god, now it's all over my hand. That was a bad idea. God damn it.